Hey guys, welcome to Learn Code Repeat. So today's problem is day 10 of the September challenge. The problem is called bulls and cows. Let's look into the problem. So the problem is bulls and cow. The problem says that you have given a secret string and a guess string. Both the string contains integer values, so the characters are digits, and we need to check if the value in both the string at the given index is same or not. If it is same, then we call it as a bull, and here a is used to indicate that value. And if it is not same, for example the value in guess string for the given index is present somewhere in my secret string, then we call it as cow, and here it is indicated by B. So we have to count the occurrences of such string, and the output should be the number of A's and the number of B. That means the number of places where for the given index the same character occurred. So here it's 1A, that means there was only one index where the characters were same for both secret and guess. Here it is 8, right? For index 1 the character is 8 for secret string, and for index 1 the character is 8 for guess string, right? And then it says 3B, that means there are 3 characters which are placed at different location in the guess string, but it is present in my secret string also. So for example, at 0th index in guess string I have a 7, and at 3rd index in secret key I have the 7, right? So this is 1. Similarly for 1 which is at 2nd index in my guess string, it is present in 0th index in my secret string. So this is the second occurrence, and similarly 0 is present at 3rd index in my guess string and in 2nd index in my secret string. So this is the third occurrence of the cow, which is B, right? So that's why the output is 3B, and it's mentioned in the problem statement that you may assume that the secret number and the guess string will only contain digit and the length are always equal. Okay, so let's look into the logic how we can solve this, right? So for example, right, the secret is 1807 and guess is 7810, right? Output should be 1A3B. This is the first example in the LeetCode problem, right? So here if you see, if I iterate over the guess string, right, 7, and if I try to find in my secret, 7 is present here in my secret key, right, at index 3. So the occurrence of cow counter should increase, right? Now if I go to the next letter, right, 8, which is at index 1, and my index 1 secret digit is also 8, so both are matching, right? So we can say that the bull counter we can increase, right, because both are at the same index. Similarly, if I go to the next character, which is at index 2, the guess digit is 1 and it is present at 0th index in my secret, right? So it's mapping here, so it's present, so my cow counter will increase, right? So if you see the pattern, right, I can use a hash map to go over the secret key once and store the values with the count of the occurrences for that, and whenever I am going to the guess, I can check whether it's already present in the hash map, decrease the occurrences. Why hash map and why not hash set? If I use only hash set, and let's say here there is one more digit, right, and that digit is 7, okay, and here in the secret the other digit is, let's say, 6, right? So here what will happen is guess has 2 occurrences of 7, however secret has only 1 occurrence of 7. So this one occurrence of 7 can only map to one of the 7, right? It cannot map to both. So if I use hash set, then I won't be able to determine whether that 7 has already occurred or not. I need to track how many occurrences of that 7 is there, right? So that's why I'm using hash map. That is one way. However, there is an easy way of doing it, and most of the time in interviews, right, hash map will be the naive approach or the first thought that comes into mind, and most probably the interviewer will ask you to optimize that and use some primitive array, right? So let's see how we can do it easily using a array, right? For checking the bull counter, right, we know that if the values for guess and secret is same for the given index, then increment the bull counter. That's straightforward, right? So the logic for bull counter is straightforward, that if the value is same for given index, for secret and guess array, then increase the bull counter. So for the logic for cow counter will be that I will declare an array and of length 10, and then for the given index fetch the value from guess array, right. So let us say the index is 0, I will check the guess array value. If it is not matching, then I will decrease the value in the ARR for the index guess var. That means whatever value I get here 7, for 7th index in my ARR I will decrease the value. Similarly, when I go through the secret array, for the given index value, for 0th index the value is 1. So for this 1 I will go into the ARR array for 1th index and I will increment the value. Okay. So what I am doing here is I will decrease the value whenever I come across a value in guess array, and I will increase the value whenever I come across a value in secret array for that given index. So what we are doing here, right, why we are incrementing and why we are decrementing the value for that index in ARR array is that here, right, for guess value 7, right, if I am not using hash map, then I need some way to know that this value 7 is present in my secret, or when I am going through the secret this value 7 was already present in guess, right. I need to know that. So one way of doing that, one way of indicating that a given value is present or not, is having a temporary array or having an auxiliary array and indicating that in that auxiliary array. So here what we are doing is, since we know that the digits are from 0 to 9, right, we can have a frequency map. So this ARR array is nothing but a frequency map, which we are using the same map or same array for guess and secret, right. So what I am doing is, whenever the 7 value occurs for that given index, I am decrementing the value, and for the given index of secret array we are incrementing the value. Okay. So that if I go into that index and if I see the value is less than 0, that means it was decremented for guess. Okay. And if the value is greater than 0, that means it was incremented for secret, right, because in secret we are increasing the counter and for guess we are decrementing the counter, right. So what we can do is, before decrementing the counter for guess, I can check the value in the array. If it is already incremented, that means my secret array, when I went through that, it incremented it. So I can map the value of guess to that particular index and then I can decrement it, right. So there will be a one-to-one mapping, correct. Similarly I can do the other way also. So let us try and see how we can do that for this example, right. So in this case, right, this is my auxiliary array of 10 digits or of 10 elements. So let us say I am going through the loop, I am at 0th index, so my guess has value 7. So in guess I am decrementing the value, right. So I will go to the 7th index and I will decrement the value. So initially it is 0, so when I decrement it, my value for 7 will be -1. Okay. And for the same 0th index, the secret array is having value 1. So I will go in the auxiliary array to index 1, and for secret I am incrementing the value. So this will be 1. Okay. Initially it is 0, so 0 plus 1 is 1. Now I will go to the first index. Since both the values matches, the bull counter will increase, right. Let me write the bull counter. Let us say this is B and the cow counter is C. So cow is initially 0, so cow is 0 and B is also 0, right. Initially both the counters are 0. Now here at index 1, since both are same, so my bull counter will increase, right. So this is now 1, and I will go to the next index, right. Now I am at index 2, right. For the guess the value is 1. So I will go to the first index in the array, I will check whether the value is greater than 0. Since it is greater than 0, I know that for secret it was already present, and secret, while going through the secret array we incremented that value, right. So I will mark the cow counter as plus 1, right, because I know that since this is greater than 0, this value of guess can be mapped to some value of secret in some index, right, because we incremented the value. So now once we have mapped, right, we have to, since this 1 was utilized for this mapping, right, we need to remove that 1 from the mapping, otherwise if there is one more occurrence of 1, it will be mapped to this, right. To avoid that scenario, we need to decrement it. So that's why when we are going through the guess and we are checking that if the array value is already greater than 0, we have to decrement this array value, and now it will become 0. Okay, I am decrementing by 1. So here we are saying decrease the value in the array. So I am decreasing by 1, and now it becomes 0. Okay, similarly for 0th, for the second index, the value in secret is 0. I will go to the 0th index and I will increase it, right, I will increase by 1, so it is 1. Then I will go to the third index, right. Third index for guess the value is 0. I will go to the 0th index in my array. I will check if it is greater than 0. It is greater than 0. So the value of now cow counter I will increment by 1, which will become 2, and here I will decrement the value. So now it will become 0. Okay. Now the same value in secret array is 7th for the same index. So I will go to the array 7. I will check if it is less than 0. Remember, in guess I am first checking in the array if it is greater than 0 the value. In secret I am checking the whether it is less than 0. Why less than 0? Because value can only go negative if it has occurred in guess array, right. So since this value is less than 0, that means this it has occurred in my guess array. So I need to increment the cow counter, right. So I will increment the cow counter by 1, and then I will increase this value by 1, because for secret we are increasing the value by 1, right. So I will increase this value by 1 and this will become 0. Okay. So at the end my bulls counter is 1 and my cow counter is 3, and that is what we are checking here, right. Bull is A, so this is 1 and cow counter is this 3, right. So we get that and we can return the string with appending A and B to that value, right. So the pseudo code, right, for this will be something like this, where we have a loop and we have defined an auxiliary array. So for the given index I am fetching the guess value and secret value. So if guess value is same as secret value, I am incrementing the bull counter, right. And then if it is not equal, right, then it will go into this case, and here I am checking whether the guess value is greater than 0, then increment the cow and decrease the guess value, right, ARR of guess value, whatever is the value at that index, right, decrement that. And similarly if it is less than 0 for the secret value, then increment again the cow counter and increment the ARR of secret value for that, right. Now if you see here I am not using else if, because for both the condition I have to increase the cow counter. So it will be 2 if statements and not else if statement. So let us write the code now. I will be using Java to write the code. First I have to declare the auxiliary array. So here I am going through the guess string. Since both the string is having same length, I can use either guess or secret here, that does not matter. So first I need to get the value of both secret and guess string for that given index. So what I am doing here is I am subtracting with the ASCII value of 0, and that will give me the actual integer value for secret val, whatever is the integer value. So similarly I am doing it for guess val as well. So now since I have secret val and guess val as int value, I can simply do a check here, secret val equal to guess val. So here if both the values are equal, then I need to increment the bull counter, right. So I will add a bull counter here, bull count equal to 0 and cow count equal to 0. So here I am just incrementing the bull counter, else, right. So the first condition was I will check in the auxiliary array for the secret val, right. So if my aux of secret val is less than 0, then we have to increment the cow count, right? And once we have incremented that, we can now increment the value for the auxiliary array for a secret val, right? Similarly I can do it for guess val, right? So for guess val, if it is less than 0, then cow count plus plus, and then aux of guess val minus minus, because for guess we are decrementing the value, right? So this will be the approach. So here for aux secret val, before incrementing we are just checking if it is already less than 0, that means guess had decremented that value and we can use that value. So I am incrementing that cow count here, and then I am incrementing the value of secret val in the auxiliary array. And similarly for guess val, before decrementing the value in the auxiliary array, I will check if it is already here, it will be greater than 0, that means it was incremented by the secret array, and I can increment my cow counter because I can use that value for mapping with my guess value, right? So let's see and run this code and check if it is working fine. The output is same. So now let's submit this, and it's accepted. So here the time complexity is O of n, when where n is the length of the secret or the guess string, and space complexity is constant because here we are using constant space of 10 digits, so it will be a constant space O of 1. It is around 91.6%, right? Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions with respect to this logic, please comment down in the comment section, and please hit the like and subscribe button for future such videos.